Hello there, this is Blake with Ky Entomology, and this is meant to be a startup video for those people who are interested in the Office of the State Entomologist Invasive Arthropod Educator Certificate, which is part of the Kentucky Keepers program. So this set of asynchronous modules is offered on Nearpod, and it's designed for 4-H staff, 4-H volunteers, and Ky Master Naturalists who are interested in working with young people and teaching them more about invasive species. And in particular for 4-H staff and for Ky Master Naturalists, it's also good for your respective CEUs that you need, whether it's through KERS, in-service credits for 4-H, or for your continuing education Master Naturalist credits for that. So what we're going to try to show you here is how to get started with Nearpod. Some of this stuff may sound a little confusing. Once you get started on Nearpod, though, I think you'll see that it's pretty easy. If you have any questions, just email me. You'll see my email down there, blakeinat.uky.edu. And if you're confused about how to get this started, I can even, work through it with you on the phone. But a couple of things you will need to know to get started are these two websites. So to take one of our modules, basically to become certified, you'll end up taking 6 or 7 of these modules, and each one is a separate module where you log in, type in a code, and then watch the module and answer some questions. And that's what you'll need this first website for, the nearpod.com.student. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. And then whenever you log on, you'll need a code for that specific module. And the place to get the codes is this website down here. That looks kind of long, so you might want to take a screenshot or take a picture with your phone or something like that. But it's our Kentucky Keepers resources page, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here is our Kentucky Keepers extension resources page. And this goes through some of the same things that I'm talking about on this video. It shows the nearpod.com student. It even has a place where you can click on it there. And as you see, it has codes for each of the modules that you need to take. The certification program ends up taking 6 or more hours. We've approved it for 6 hours of KERS credit and 6 hours of Master Naturalist credit, although it will probably take a little bit longer than that. And we ask you to take it in this order. You'll see here it says to be certified, take these core sessions in this order, which starts as a pre-survey. I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. And then it moves into a basic talk, which lasts 60 minutes, and then on through another handful of talks. And then we'll ask you to take a post-survey. So the most important part there is to take the pre-survey first before you take these other things. Then take the post-survey so that we can track your progress. And then we ask you to take at least one of these other 4 modules. You can take all of them if you want, but we ask you to take at least one, presumably the one that's the most important maybe in your area, whether it's spongy moth, fire ants, or one of the other ones. So that's kind of what you need to do to get started. And I also want to show you, for those of you who are in 4-H, this is the KERS page for the program. And so you'll see it says 4-H Kentucky Keepers Certified Invasive Insects Program. Gives a description. It also has the codes on here, although we might remove those from this page because we may have to update them. Always go back to this page that we showed you here for the current codes, or once again, just ask me. But the important thing about the KERS page is this is where you'll need to enroll. You'll see that this window for this goes up to December 2024, and we'll probably just keep updating that over time. But this allows you basically to enroll for this year for your in-service CEUs. So you'll enroll here on KERS. You won't actually do any of the modules through KERS. You'll do all the modules through Nearpod. But I'll keep track of your progress and then keep track of your enrollment through KERS. And so some of you have probably done that before if you've taken online courses for KERS. So now what I want to show you is some of the modules themselves. So the first thing I need to do is copy and paste this nearpod.com/student. And I'll go in here, and it's already filled out for me, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. I've copied and pasted in here. It opens up a thing that says join a lesson. So the first lesson I'm going to do is actually the pre-survey. So you see down here it says pre-survey and gives you a code. I'm going to copy and paste that code, go into the browser, paste in the code, hit join. And now the first thing it asks me is it asks me for my name. We're asking you to use a certain format for your name so that we can keep track of your progress. You're going to end up taking a handful of these modules, and so each time you'll log in separately. And it may keep track of your name as you log in, and if it does that, that's great. But if you have to type it in again, try to use this format, which is last name dash first name dash county. And then the nickname part doesn't matter. I'm just using my first name for that. And try to use that same full name each time. If you accidentally make it slightly different, I'll probably be able to tell that it's you. The main thing, though, is that I can identify who you are so that I can see as those modules that you do stack up, I can see that you did them all. So then I'm going to click Join Lesson. And now this survey one looks a little different from some of the others. The survey just asks questions that you answer. So it says, what are some traits or adaptations that many invasive species share? And so since maybe you don't know anything about invasive species yet, you might type anything in here. I typed in they are all yellow, but you might even type in something like they are all reptiles. That's an incorrect answer, but it's okay to be incorrect because this is a pre-survey. So then I'll click submit and it'll ask me a handful of additional questions. So I'll just type in some random answers here just so that we can see what happens when we get to the end. So just keep clicking submit. Hopefully you're typing in something more than just random letters when you do this. Oh, and so that's all it does. Once I get to the end, I've clicked submit for the last one and it's entered my progress for that particular survey. So now the next step, now that I've done the pre-survey, is to move on to Kentucky Keeper Basics. So that's a 60-minute module. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open my browser and open another Nearpod/student page, enter my code and click join. Once again, I need to enter my name. So in this case, it auto-filled it out for me, but I'm doing Newton-Blake.Fayette, and there's my nickname. Click join lesson. And so this looks a little different from the survey page. In this case, it is a video with embedded questions. So when you click play on this, it will play the video and ask you questions in the middle. It looks like I'm stuck on a question here. What are the main goals of the 4-H Kentucky Keepers program? I'm going to enter an incorrect answer so that you won't know the correct answer when you take it. You'll need to watch it, right? And I'm going to click continue playing. You hear my voice there. I'm going to turn my voice down just so I can keep talking over myself. So you'll see me talking about what's going on. And these questions will pop up. You see the blue dots are where the questions are, and this particular video has 10 questions. We ask that you get 80% of these questions right. Most of the videos will have either 10 or 5 questions that we ask you to get correct in order to be certified, and then we also ask you to get to the end of each video to be certified. When you get to the end, there's no submit or anything. You just need to kind of let it play to the end, and then once it stops, it'll be done. It'll record your progress, and then you'll be done. So that's how it works. You once I would get to the end of this video, I would close it down, go back over here, get a new code for Part 3, Kentucky Keepers Teaching and Communication. Go back to Nearpod/student and start all over again with a new video, typing in my name and my nickname if I want to do that. Click play, and then this is a different video about invasive species that it'll go through. And once again, just let it play to the end, and then you're done with that video. Now, some things that you'll see, so a lot of these videos are 30 minutes or 50 minutes long or so. You can't fast forward or rewind them because it's tracking your progress, right? So it doesn't want you to skip over things. So you kind of need to sit and watch the whole thing. And then when it gets to a question, you ask a question, then you hit continue, and it keeps going. And I found that sometimes if you leave the computer in the middle of a module and come back, it will remember where you are, and sometimes it doesn't. I can't quite figure out when and why it does that. So it's best to kind of make sure that you know that you have the full, in this case, 51 minutes in order to complete things. A couple of other things to note on our main page here. I'll show you the website for this again in a second. There are YouTube versions of all this stuff. We have a YouTube playlist that you can open. These are the exact same videos that are on Nearpod in the same order. If you just want to learn this stuff without getting credit for it, that's fine with us. The certificate it really doesn't mean anything. It's just something to get you credit for KERS or Master Naturalist. If you just want the information, the videos are all on here for free, and on those you can fast forward and rewind, or you can also review this stuff if you did it on Nearpod. So that's all on there. And then if for some reason you want just a raw, unnarrated PowerPoints for those, you can ask me and I'll figure out a way to get those to you, maybe on SharePoint or something like that. One important thing is that on the lesson called number 3 here, Kentucky Keepers Teaching and, oh no, actually it's the next one. It's Kentucky Keepers Invaded Lesson Plan. That's actually the longest module. It's basically a teacher's guide for a lesson plan that we've designed here. And let me show you what that lesson plan looks like. It's a PDF that we have here, just free on our website. You can download it and print it off if you want to. It's all in black and white, so it's easy to print. And basically this is a set of activities all about invasive species in general and specific Kentucky invasive species. Some of the things that invasive species have in common, their biology, life cycle, and also things that we do to monitor or control invasive species. And it's important that you download a copy of this and print it out when you do the module. I think the module actually has a little thing to remind you to download it if you haven't done that yet. But just to be aware that you'll need that printout. And then when you're done, we will send you a certificate of completion. We've already got a couple of people who have done this. And so that's pretty much it. I'll put this page up again to remind you. You'll need, these are the 2 main websites that you'll need to complete this project. And of course, KERS if you are a 4-H staff. And like I said, email me at blaken@uky.edu if you have questions about this stuff. Hope to see you on Nearpod.